Stand up nice and tall. We are doing the whole body today. Nice, gentle workout. Let's roll those shoulders. Start to breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Relax your shoulders down. Now take a deep breath in, bring the arms up. Breathe out, take the arms back down. Let's go the other way now, breathing in and deep breath out, bringing the arms down. I want you to try and keep your hands and your arms relaxed as you do this. Just feel that movement from the shoulders. And again, breathing in, lengthening the spine and standing nice and tall. Let's drop the chin to the chest now and deep breath out. We're going to roll down. So you're just going as far as you can, letting the arms hang underneath you. Take a breath in at the bottom and then breathe out. Slowly unroll until you are standing nice and tall. And again, deep breath in. And breathing out, chin to the chest, arms and shoulders relaxed. Just go as far as you can. Might be a little further now. Breathe in and then breathe out. Slowly unroll and stand up tall again. Okay, let's take those arms out to the side. Keep the shoulders down, little twist to the right now. And then slowly around to the left. Take a deep breath out as you circle around, trying to keep those hips facing forward. And deep breath out, around to the other side. And back to the center. And arms down. Let's lift the shoulders to the ears and lower gently. Don't let the shoulders fall. Take them down. And once more. It's all the start of the control that you need to have. Let's roll the shoulders forward now and take it back and down and forward. Feel the shoulders come up and around and then back down. Once more, up and over and up, back and down. Good, let's roll through the feet now. So we're going to rise up and tap one heel. Rise up and tap the other. Good, lift up out of the hips. Now you're better off to be balanced when you do this, so if you do need a wall or a chair or something to just hold on to make sure you're balanced, then do that, because we don't want to be rocking all over the place and not doing the exercise. Okay, let's rise up, especially this one, and down, and rising up. Working right through the feet, so come as high as you can onto the balls of the feet. And lift from the hips. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Up. And two more. Up. And last one. And up. Good, let's give it a shake through the legs. And let's grab that elastic now. So just untangle it from everything over here. Okay, so with the resistance band, we're going to hold on to the ends of it. You're going to hold on to the ends of it. Just reading your message that you sent, Sue. And you're going to hold it about shoulder distance apart. Now you've got to think about your shoulder flexibility. If you're going to bring your arms up here and you're stretching the elastic, then you need to slide your hands out further along it, okay? Stand up as tall as you can. We're going to take the shoulders back gently and release. I'm trying not to swing the arms, just move the shoulders and release. And again, back and release. And once more, back and release. Now over to the side, we're going to lift out of the hips and squeeze the waistline. Try and keep the arms up high, don't let them do this. Lifting up and over to the other side. Good, and back to the top. Let's take the shoulders back again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, last one, and 5. Good, let's bring it all the way down now. Pull back against the legs and small bend of the knees. And back and bend. Good, we're hinging forward as we bend like we're going to sit on a chair behind us. No sitting down though. Knees going over the toes. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. All right, give those arms a little shake. Let's take the elastic up, stretch it out and bring it down behind us. If you can't do it that way, you can do it one arm at a time or just bring it around, but we do want to have some tension in it now, so there's a little bit of stretch in that elastic. Nice long arms. Don't bend them up. Stretch them out. Palms of the hands are facing forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades and release. And squeeze and release. Just be aware of your posture when you do this. Don't let the rib cage push forward. Don't collapse. Everything stays strong. Pushing back just the arms and back. And we're going to hold the next one and hold. I want you to bend the knees and hinge forward. To do that, I want you to feel like you're trying to lift your arms to pull you over. Chin is tucked, back is flat. And then we reach back with the arms and stand up tall. Good. Now, if you can, gently pulling out. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Stop at 5 if you need to, or we do 5, 4, shoulders back, 3, 2, last one. And we're going to bring it all the way over again. Good. Stretched out through the shoulders now. Let's pop the elastic down. Shake it out. We're going to grab our weights. And then coming back to your spot. A few little squats. Think about your movement. So Sheridan, just keep these really small, okay? And I don't know how much you want to lean against your wall, Sheridan. You've got a fit ball though, haven't you? You could always use your fit ball. But any issues through the knees, we come down keeping your back upright. My feet are forward, you can see that. I'm leaning against the wall. Now sliding up and down is going to cause a bit of a mark on the wall, and I know you're all at home, so you probably don't want to do that. It's a bit different when we're at the center. But a ball behind your back will help prevent that, hopefully. And the other option, Sheridan, if you like, is to just hold it for the count of 10 and then come up, okay? But in this position, you're gonna have a lot less weight coming over the knees, and that goes for anyone that has sore knees, so it's not your knees, is it, Tony? If there's anyone that has any issues with the knees and coming over, that is a good way to do your squats. Okay, so Sheridan, Michelle, if that suits you better, you can do it that way as well. All right, so we're going to come down and we're going to then come back up 10 times. So Sheridan, if you want, you can hold until we are finished ours. And pull up tall. And pull up tall. And we're going to do 5 more. And 1, pull up tall. And 2, and pull up tall. 3 and 4, and we do 1 more and hold it. You can come back up, Sheridan, if you're leaning against the wall, and anyone else that might be doing it that way. Good. Now we're going to turn the feet out. So same thing, Sheridan, with this one. You can do it with your butt against the wall. Okay. Let's bring the hands in and elbows out, and try and keep your back up. So you can all sort of imagine that you're leaning against a wall when you do this. We don't want the back to come away, so we try and keep our back upright. Let's do 5 more. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Last one, and we'll do a little hold. Take the arms out, strong shoulders, and come up. Good. Bring the arms in and down gently, legs in, and give them a shake. Okay, we're going to do a split squat now. So again, Sheridan, just take it easy. Tuck your tailbone under. Whoa, try not to lose your balance. And bend both your knees. Okay, we're down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. We want to feel it in that back leg. Turn your palms and curl in. Bicep curls here. 5 more. 5 and 4, 3, 2, last one, 1. Now we're going to try to push back if we can. That's going to hurt your knees, don't do it. Children. Tuck your tailbone under and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and we hold. Try and keep your back upright as we do our curls. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth for 5 more. 1 and 2, 3, 4, last one, and 5, and release. Good, give those legs a good shake. Let's put a small bend in those knees. I've moved my mat, haven't I? I need to make sure it's in the right spot. Bend your knees. We're going to hinge forward again. So you don't want to lean too far forward, okay? You can keep your back upright a little bit more, but I do want you to sort of take that weight from over the hips just slightly forward. Pull the elbows back behind you. So when we do our checkup class, we're going to make sure we are moving correctly, getting these movements right. We get a lot of people lifting their shoulders at this point or not pulling the elbows in. We want to be feeling it in the right areas. So that's what that workshop's going to be all about, making sure, let's hold, that you do these exercises. This is one that is quite often done incorrectly. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And stand tall. Good. All right, just make sure you loosen up those shoulders gently, the neck as well if it's getting a bit tight. Going to put a small bend in the knees, bring the arms in front of us. Chest is open, don't let those shoulders roll forward. Open, and 2. We're also going to go through making sure that we're lifting and carrying correctly too with weights. So all of it's going to sort of come together at that checkup class. Let's come up now. Good. All right, let's pop the weights down. Give your arms a shake, loosen them up. Loosen up the shoulders. Let's do another roll down. Drop the chin to the chest, relax your neck. Deep breath out, we're going to roll down. Go as far as you can and hold. Take a breath in. Deep breath out, we're coming back up. And we're standing nice and tall. Good. Okay, so if you want a drink before we head on down to the floor, then grab yourself one now. And then standing at the end of your mat. Okay, lifting up out of your hips. Take a deep breath out, roll it down. Bend your knees so that you can reach the floor. And deep breath out, you're going to walk forward. Now you can come down onto your knees as you come forward, that's okay. And you're going to find your plank. Now you may be able to stay up on your wrists, or you may have to come down onto your elbows, that's completely up to you. You can stay on your knees if you like. It's a little bit harder though if you're up on your feet. Whichever position you choose, you need to make sure that tailbone is tucked under, your belly button is drawing back so that central area of your body is strong and stable, okay? The chest is also open so that we're not carrying everything through our upper back and shoulders. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now you stop whenever you need to. That's 30 seconds. Stop whenever you need to. You can come down and relax. You don't have to stay up the whole time. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Always remember that a 5 or 10 second plank done correctly is better than a 2-minute one done with your back or your hips sagging and or your upper body tight, okay? Better to do it correctly for a short amount of time. That's 1 minute. Now we're going to hold it for 1 more minute if you can. If you have come down, feel free to come back up if you like. Completely up to you. Not many people like planks. I don't. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. You should be able to feel it through your tummy now. It's starting to really switch on. If you can't feel it there, you may find your hips have gone a little bit too high. If it's all in the upper body, you may have dropped your hips too low, or your hips will be too high. So like I said, you should be able to feel this right in your tummy area. So keep breathing. You've now got 15 seconds. 15 seconds left. And now we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to pull back into child's pose. Stretch back as far as you can. Nice long arms so you get that stretch in the upper back. And down onto your tummy. All right, we're going to start with our hands underneath the forehead. Tuck the chin to the chest. Relax your chest down. Relax your legs. Give them a shake if you need to. You've got your chin tucked towards your chest the whole time. We're going to breathe out, and as we do that, we're going to lift the chest away from the floor and breathe in, slowly lower back down. Gentle, controlled exercise. Breathe out, coming up. Breathe in, lower down. Now, if you find that this is a little bit hard to get the lift, that your neck or your shoulders is getting sore, then you leave your arms on the floor. We're going to do 5 more. So leaving your arms on the floor, you're still trying to lift the chest away. Okay, don't just lift the head. Lift the chest and lower all the way back down. Feel your chest come right down to the floor each time. 2 more, deep breath out, coming up. And breathing in, lower down. And last one, breathing out, coming up. And deep breath in, coming down. Good, let's just let that upper body sink into the floor and relax. Keep the chin on the chest. And now breathe out and stretch the legs. Breathe in and lower down. So when you stretch the legs, you're thinking about lengthening out of the hips, like someone is pulling on your leg. Deep breath out, stretch. So you're going to try to keep your feet relaxed. That's try. I know it's hard to do. If you find it really hard on your back or your back is getting sore, you can do 1 leg at a time. You still have to think about lengthening, so keep your hips anchored into the floor the whole time. 1 leg at a time then. And we'll all do 1 more. If you're doing 1 leg at a time, make sure you're even. Good, and coming down. Okay, slip your elbows underneath your shoulders, give your lower back a little squeeze. And then we're going to add those 2 movements together. So it's up to you how you do it, okay? The most challenging one is going to be to just come up and lower straight down. You can make it a little easier on your lower back by coming up with only 1 leg and the upper body, or even 1 leg and no arms. Okay, just make sure you're alternating legs. The other option is both legs and no arms. Okay, depending on where you're a little bit tight, where your weaker spots might be, and we need to move into it slowly, strengthening slowly. Don't go for advanced level when you're still a beginner. Deep breath out, coming up. Breathing in and lowering down. We're just going to do 2 more. Again, if you're doing 1 leg at a time, make sure you're even when you finish. Deep breath out. And in. This time we're going to stretch right back into child's pose. All the way back. Then we're going to come up onto all 4s. So you can come back down onto your tummy there, Tony. So once you're on all 4s, you have your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. You're going to slide the opposite arm and leg out, and we're going to put a small lift and then take the foot and hand back to the floor and slide it in. And change sides, out and lift and lower and in, and change sides, out and lift and lower and in. Now if you're on the floor on your tummy doing this is for people that can't be on their knees. You do opposite arm and leg, lift and lower. Deep breath out, up, breathing in and lower, alternating sides. Hips anchored into the floor there. I know you're doing that one, Tony. Make sure those hips are anchored down the whole time. Gonna make sure we're even on both sides. And last one. Oh, unless you've got one more, of course. And then you're just going to step your knees back and slowly lower yourself down to the floor again. Okay, so we're coming back down to the first position we did, which was where we lifted the chest and the legs. Okay, if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, you're actually going to take your arms up above your head, so they're about the width of your mat, chin tucked, and we're going back to the upper body. Deep breath out and breathe in and lower down. Okay, so it's a lot more challenging on the upper body if you go to that one. So if any shoulder or neck issues, keep your hands underneath your forehead and you can do what you did before. Deep breath out and in. Keep it going. We're going to do a few more. We want to do roughly 5 or 6 of these. Make sure you're coming back down onto the floor gently as well. Don't collapse into the floor each time. Okay, finish the one you're on. You can slip your hands back under your forehead if they're not already there. And now the legs. To make this one more challenging, we're going to do swimmer kick. Lengthen the legs, beat them up and down, and then lower. Deep breath out, lengthen, and beat. Breathe in and lower. And again, deep breath out, beat, and breathe in and lower. Keep it going. You can do this one with one leg at a time. You do have to slow it down just a little bit for control. And 5 or 6 pulses up and down of a single leg, and then lower. If you can see what I'm doing, because if you're not sure, you make sure that your hips are anchored into the floor like mine are. Either way, you need to make sure you are stretching those legs out as you move. So we'll do a couple more, and if you're doing one leg at a time, you can make sure you're even when you're finished. Good. Okay, let's slip those elbows under the shoulders again, squeezing the lower back there. Okay, we're going to add the 2 movements together. So you can go back to what we did earlier, hands under the forehead, or you can make it more challenging by having your arms up above your head. You don't have to do that swimmer kick, that pulse up and down, but you can if you like. So you've got a few options for this one, but I want both ends moving together. Breathing out as you push up. Breathing in as you lower down. Deep breath out as you push up. Breathing in as you lower down. Remember, you can add the swimmer kick in as well. Whichever way you're doing it. So many options. If you're doing one leg at a time, make sure you are even. Everyone else, finish the one you are on, and this time we're going to push up and stretch back into child's pose again. Nice long arms so you can get that stretch around the shoulders and the upper back as well. Good work. All right. Well, now we're going to turn around and sit at the end of our mat. So you've done a fair bit of work on your back now. So hopefully your back isn't too tired. Let's change cameras, there we go. We are working through the lower back muscles now. Remember, they are only little. It is the end of the day. They may have done a fair bit already, depending on who you are, depends on what a fair bit means. Knees pointed to the ceiling, feet and knees about hip distance apart. Remember, if it is too much on your back and hips, you can pop a cushion under your bum. Just make sure you're sitting at the front of the cushion so that you're leaning forward slightly. Okay, arms out to the side by your knees. Deep breath out. We tuck that tailbone under, scoop through the center and breathe in and sit up. Or you can breathe the other way. It's completely up to you, whatever comes naturally. Don't overthink it, okay? We do want that belly button drawing back towards the spine though as we sit up, because we are now using our lower back muscles and they're not the biggest muscle. It's not the biggest muscle area in your back, okay? They get a little bit bigger as they come up through the center. So they've got a lot to do here against gravity and body weight. Okay, so you need to make sure that the tummy muscles are helping to support. Belly button back. All right, shake it out if you need to. We're going to go a little bit deeper now. You're going to tuck first, use more of your tummy muscles, lean back and sitting up. We're going to slow it down a little bit more now. We're going to breathe out as we go back. Breathe in and hold. Now make sure those arms aren't getting too tense. Breathe out and pull up. Breathe in at the top. Again, out as you move. Breathe in at either end. And breathe out as you move. And breathe in. Let's do a few more. Now, if the hips are starting to get a bit sore, you can stop, give those legs a shake. If you're feeling in your back, please stop, have a rest. Don't keep pushing through back pain. It will not get better that way. Hand lift, and we'll do one more. Take it back and lift up nice and tall. Good. So if I take my hands behind me, I can support my back, stretch out my legs, try and loosen up those hips and the tops of your legs. All right, let's bend those knees back up again, arms out. Let's roll all the way down to the floor, this time as slowly as you can, and lying on your back. So for this one, we're not going to be down here for a long time, Michelle, but if you need any extra support like you would usually use, perhaps a cushion underneath your head or a pillow underneath your bum or a towel, then make sure you're in position for that. Okay, we're going to have our arms nice and long down by our side. You're going to take a breath in through the nose, we're going to breathe out, and we're going to roll up into a bridge. You're going to lift those hips nice and high and breathe in. Then we're going to breathe out, we're going to roll the spine back down again. We're going to take our time. And again, deep breath out, roll it up. Use that breath to help activate the right muscles, and it'll also make sure that the whole body doesn't get tense. There is another way to do this one, Michelle, if you need it done differently, okay? You can do this sitting in a chair, there's lots of different options. And let's go one more. Make sure you're using your butt now, because again, we are still using our lower back. So now that butt needs to help the lower back, and more so than the tummy. Okay, we're going to take our legs up into tabletop. You can leave your legs like this if you like. More challenging if the legs are in tabletop. Whenever you come up to tabletop, try and take one leg at a time. The other option is using your mat. Oh, there we go, just like that. And you tuck it underneath your bottom. Either way, you should feel like your back is pulling towards the floor. Okay, nice long arms, or support the neck if you need to. We're going to breathe out through the mouth, curling up, and breathe in and back down. Just watch where your arms go. If your arms are long and you leave them down like I've got mine, don't lift your arms up to your knees. Keep them down so that the chest stays open. Deep breath out and in. Support the neck if you need to, but elbows out to the side, not in by your ears. You need to be able to hear me. Deep breath out and in, and deep breath out, and in. And we'll do 3 more. 1, and back. 2 more, and up, and back. Last one, and up, and take it back, and knees in. Good. Okay, we're going to come back to tabletop position. I am going to show a different option once we're going, okay? Up here is more challenging, arms down by your side. We're going to keep the knee bent and we're going to tap the toe to the floor and back up. And then the other. Now that foot taps very gently down into the floor. You can barely feel it touch the floor, okay? So we don't want to land heavy, otherwise it means our pelvis has tilted the wrong way. All right, I want you to just keep on going with this one. And for those that may need a little extra help for your back or your hips, feet on the floor, you can do one leg at a time, keeping that knee at about 90 degrees and up and back. Just make sure that knee comes to tabletop each time, no closer, okay? So you can do 5 on each leg if you're doing it that way. Deep breath out as that leg moves away. Breathe in, bring it back up. And breathe out and in. And deep breath out and in. So if you've got both legs in the air, you're going to finish on this next one as long as you're even. Okay, for you guys that might be doing it one leg at a time, make sure you get to at least 10, so 5 on each leg before you stop. And we hug those knees in. All right, so we're gonna add curling to it this time. So we might support our neck for this one and take those legs back to tabletop. Now again, you can do this with your feet from the floor, okay? We're going to just do the right leg down and curled. And 2, breathing out, pushing away. 3, so remember you can have the other foot on the floor. 4, and 5. Now we're going to change legs and tap down 1 and 2. Do it the way that suits you. I'm doing it a little easier on my back right now. If you want to go harder, make sure both legs are in tabletop still. You've got to listen, not just look at what I'm doing. All right, bring those knees in, head to the floor. Arms back down by your side, legs back up to tabletop. And this time we're going to put the hands on the leg. Now we're not doing opposites. See if you can work this one out. For all those people that usually do opposite arm and leg today, it is the same arm and leg extending out and back in. So if anyone needs to have that leg on the floor, out and in, okay? Out and in. Let's get started. And out and in. Breathing out as you extend. The lower the leg goes, the harder you're going to work. So if you're feeling it in your back, you've gone too low. And 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Let's go with the other leg and the other arm. Out. 1 and 2. So what you'll find, Sheridan, that these sorts of leg exercises are going to be good for keeping that support through your knee. After class though, if you're a bit sore, just get some ice in the back of your knee, okay? And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good, and bring it in. Well done. All right, if you need to, stretch those legs out, give them a shake if they're getting a bit tired. Bend the knees up again. All right, so once again, you can leave your feet on the floor like this, or you can take it to tabletop where it's more challenging. You can leave your arms nice and long, or you can support your neck. It's up to you. We're gonna breathe out and curl up, and breathe in, take it back. And breathe out, and in, and out, and in. Keep it going. We'll do 5 more. Supporting that neck if you need to. Two more. And last one. Good, and knees in. So you might be starting to feel those legs working a little harder now. Okay, so we're going to take our legs up to tabletop again. Again, you can have that left leg on the floor. Not opposite, same arm and same leg. So right arm, right leg are going to curl up, extend out, but we're going to do it from a curled position. So we're going 1 and back in, or out and back in. And if you need to support your neck, you have the other hand there. Make sure you do. 1, elbow out to the side though. 2, 3, belly button sinking down. 4, 5, stop if you need to, otherwise 5 more, and 4, and 3, and 2, and last 1. Good, we're changing legs now, so change hands as well, and extend. 1 and 2. Make sure your hand meets your knee above your hip. Belly button sinking down. 8, 9, and 10. Good, and hug it in again. Good work. All right, we're going to make it a little bit harder now. We're going to take our feet to the ceiling. So use your mat underneath your bum if you need to. You can have your hands underneath your bum as long as you feel like your back is pushing into the floor. Otherwise, arms out to the side. One foot, then the other, turn them out so it's just the heels together. For those that can, I want you to take it a little bit lower, making sure your back is not lifting. Again, you can do this with one foot on the floor, okay? You just follow the movement, all right? We're gonna do 10, so if you are doing one leg, you're gonna do 5 on each leg. We take it out into a V and tap the heels. 1. Keep your hips anchored into the floor. No rocking from side to side. Even with one leg, you should not be rocking from side to side. Belly button is sinking into the floor. And we're doing 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Bring those knees into the chest. Good. Now you should be starting to feel that it's getting harder as those muscles tire. We're going to do that in a curled position now. Take one leg at a time up, turn it out. You can do this one-legged again. You can support your neck or you can leave your arms long. Make it yours. And we're going out and in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Are you breathing? 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. 1, and knees in. Try not to collapse down into the floor. Instead, just take those feet down gently. Deep breath out. Feel your back sink towards the floor. Nice long arms. Take a breath in and breathe out. Pelvic tilt. Roll it up. Hold it high. Breathe in, long arms up above the head, and then take them back to the floor. And breathe out and roll it down. Again. Deep breath out, roll it up. Remember, you're going to use your butt gently here. Breathing in, arms up and arms down, and roll to the floor. And again, breathing out, rolling up. Deep breath in through the nose, long arms. And deep breath out, rolling down. And again, roll it up. Breathing in, keep those hips nice and high. We want to line those hips up with the knees and the shoulders. Last one, roll it up. And breathing in. And deep breath out. Good. All right, have a breath. Stretch out your legs along the floor, give them a shake. We're going to roll onto our side now. So again, Michelle, before we go any further, I just want to let you know that any of those exercises we've just done can be done sitting on a chair, standing, even some of them we can do sitting on the floor. So there's lots of different ways around that, and that goes for anyone. If you've ever got anything going on and in your body that you share it with me what's going on, and we can work around any injuries or soreness that might be there. All right, I want you to stretch that top leg away. Now you can have a cushion sitting underneath your head, as long as your head's sort of about here. We don't want to have it right up like this because we don't want to twist that neck, okay? So keep it as long as we can. Let's take the top leg up just a little way and reach away and take it down. Up and reach away. Up and reach away. Up. Up. And last one. Good. Glue the legs together and do doubles. If you find that's too much on your back, just go back to singles again. It is a lot harder. We want to try and keep the upper body relaxed when we do it. Once more. Good, let's go back to singles again and reach up and away. 1 and 2, nice long leg. And 3, ladies, you can feel that waistline trying to lift off the floor. Last one, glue the legs together and doubles. 1 and 2. A little harder to balance when you do this one, but it is still possible. 4, you've got to keep that pelvic floor lifted. 5. Good, okay, let's take the top leg up to about hip height, bring the bottom leg up to meet it and gently lower and up and up. Try not to move that top leg. I see a lot of people that do this sort of thing. Okay, you've got to keep that top leg stable. Just use the bottom one. Last one. Take the legs down. Good, bend your knees forward now, feet just off the floor. And if you can look and see, your feet are roughly in line with your spine, okay? You may not be able to see. And open up. 1 and 2 and 3. Keep that hip stacked on top there. Don't let it swing backwards. You don't want to do this. And 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Good, take it down. All right, let's repeat that on the other side. So turn yourself around, best way, easiest way you can. And lie yourself all the way down again. Nice long legs. Thinking about lengthening that top leg especially. Tuck the bum under. Belly button back and lifting up and reach away. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Glue the legs together, then we did doubles. Now remember, we want to keep the rib cage on the floor. You're working from the hips. So think about lengthening those legs as opposed to trying to lift them as high as possible. Let's do singles again and reaching 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Glue the legs together and back to doubles. And 2 and 3. You can feel this working through the hips, maybe through your butt a little bit as well. Good, and take the top leg to hip height. Keep that bum tucked under and bring the bottom leg up. 1. You may not be able to reach, okay? Those feet may not come together. Don't force them because you don't want to just use your toes, okay? Inner thigh. Last one. Bring it down together and bend the knees forward, okay? So the knees are forward, feet are in line with your back, feet are just off the floor. Keep them at that level and open. 1. And 2, and 3, 4. So you might be able to feel that right in the top hip there, maybe even down the leg a little bit. If the back is starting to get sore, then you do need to stop. Or you can try making the movement smaller if you like. Let's go 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and take it down. Okay, I'm just going to get you to roll back onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. You can give your butt a rub if it's a bit sore. Bring it in, give it a rub, hug it. Okay, and just for a bit of fun, because I know some people find this fun. Let's stretch out the right leg, keep the left knee in at the chest. Now you can do this, the whole thing supporting your neck if you like. And in fact, you know what? Let's all do it this way. Elbows out to the side, saves me giving out loads of instructions. Okay, the lower that stretched leg goes, the harder you're going to work. So find a point that suits your back. Keep your head in the center and change. 1 and 2, 3, pull that knee right in. 5, belly button down, don't forget to breathe. 8, I'll do the counting. 9, and hold. You should still have one leg straight, one knee in. I'm going to get you to twist. So the opposite elbow comes towards that knee now. All right, now we change. And 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you still breathing? And hold. Now bring your head back to the center, both elbows out to the side. And for those that can, let's go again. 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold, and we twist. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back to the center, pull it in. Good job. All right. Hands behind the knees now. We're going to roll up and sit up and balance if you can. So up you come. And if you can balance, leave your feet off the floor, shoulders down. Now if this is hurting your back or hips, just pop your feet on the floor. All right. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Chest is open, belly button back. Release your arms if you can. Now make sure those shoulders are still down. Even lower your arms a little bit more. Make sure you're not pushing the elbows forward. Relax them down. Breathe and lower the feet. Good. Okay, stretch those legs out. You want to make them as straight as you can. So push the knees towards the floor for this one. Then push your chest forward and drop your head. We do want to feel that stretch in the back of the legs, so don't stop that. If you feel it, don't release out of it. Try and keep it there. So it doesn't matter how far down you come as long as you can feel that stretch. If you drop your head, your chin right down to your chest, you might even feel it stretching through the back as well. Belly button to the spine and sitting up. Good. Take those legs in and feet together, so soles of the feet together. And we're going to just gently push those knees towards the floor. Again, you don't have to get them on the floor, your knees that is, but you do need to feel a stretch gently through the inner thighs, and you can probably feel around through the hip as well, getting a good stretch. And gently release. Good. Take your legs forward, give them a really good shake, loosen up. Take your right leg now across your body, pull that foot back as far as you can, sit up nice and tall and hug your knee in, and then we turn to the right. So this stretch you should be feeling from the lower back through the hips and butt and down the leg a little. Depending on where you're tight is where you're going to feel it the most. If you can't feel anything at all, just make sure that that foot is pulled back as close to your bum as you can get it, and that knee in towards the chest. And then make sure that you're using your right leg and turning to the right. And then very slowly release and change legs. So if the left leg goes across the body, you've got to sit up and turn to the left. And slowly release and come back around. Good, let's shake out those legs because we're coming up onto our knees, except for you, Tony, you're coming all the way up to a standing position. So Tony knows what he's doing. Everyone else, on your knees, take one foot forward. I want you to square up with the floor like this, not like this, that's not a square. Come on, teachers out there, what shape is that? Make sure your foot's not in too close either. You can walk it forward if you need to, like so. Then tuck your bum under. Again, I'm still squared up with the floor here. You can feel that stretch down this leg here, this back leg, and opening gently through the hip. Good, let's change legs carefully. And tuck it under again and hold. Good, and release. Okay, so we're going to come into our crouch position. You're down as low as you can go. You drop your chin to your chest, then you push your bum to the ceiling. You're now hanging upside down. Relax your neck, relax your arms. You can feel a gentle stretch in that upper back. Now as you roll up, focus on the center, the belly button drawing back towards the spine. Keep the shoulders relaxed and stand up nice and tall. Good. Lift the shoulders to the ears and lower down. Lift the shoulders to the ears and lower down. Roll the shoulders forward and back and down, and forward and back and down, and relax. Arms out to the side, little twist. Keep that posture, and round to the other side. And back to the center, and arms down, little side stretch now. Let that arm just slide down your leg and back up and over. Don't use your shoulders. And back up. Chin to the chest, chin to the ceiling, and look forward. Look to the right and the left, and look forward. Drop the ear down to the shoulder and over to the other side and back up. And deep breath in and out. Breathe in, lift your shoulders, and breathe out. Breathe in, open the chest, and deep breath out. And again, in and out. Breathing in, lift and lower, and open the chest and release. All right, well done, ladies and gentlemen, good work.